Hi everyone, I'm Adam Miller from the Archery Shop, and today we have a product video for you. So today we're going to be looking at a little device called Bowdometer. So what this is, it's been described as the Fitbit for your bow. It's got many functions, one of which is to replace a little device most people have seen, which is a counter. So this sort of counter you might see a lot of people on the shooting line using. Every time you click it, you register every arrow you shoot. If you're shooting in a competition or just practice, it's a good way to keep track of your progress and how many arrows you're shooting on a given week. The problem with one of these devices, you physically have to click it every time you shoot an arrow. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets quite tedious to do after a while, and 9 times out of 10, I've usually forgotten to push it enough. So I come to the end of a shoot and I've only had 50 instead of 120 arrows or something like that. So it's a good little device, but it's not always that great. So then you get one of these. So inside the box, there's the Bowdometer itself. It's a very, very small device, but it has a lot of features, one of which is to count arrows. So let's have a look what else we've got inside. So as you can see at the bottom there is a little sticker as well, just so you can add it to your box or anything else you want. And underneath there, you'll find a bow mount with some Velcro straps and the charging lead. It comes with this little holder just so you can attach it to your bow and then take the Bowdometer off to charge it. It just means you don't have the added worry of having to undo the straps every time you want to charge it or taking your bow closer to a charging point. The charging lead itself is very, very good quality. I was quite surprised. It looks like it's reinforced, and as you can see on the ends, they're quite sturdy and not flimsy like a lot of the cheaper leads you'll see. So that's a really good feature. With the holder itself, you have different ways of fitting it to your bow. You can use the straps that have been supplied, or as you can see, there are actually 3 holes across the back. So it gives you the option of screwing it into one of your stabilizer bushings on your bow, if you have some. So for a compound recurve or a bare bow, it's quite handy because you can just put it on there and you know it's permanently fixed. So let's take the device out. So as you can see, the device itself is really quite small, and it also has holes across the base. So you could, if you wanted to, fit the device directly to your bow. As I said, if you want to keep charging it, it's easier just to take it off whenever you want to. So before you start using the device, you need to attach it to a bow. So let's have a look at how easy that is to do. As you can see, I'm going to show you attaching it to just a basic compound. So you've got the choice, as I said earlier, of either using a stabilizer bush or to use the Velcro straps provided. So I'm going to use the Velcro straps provided just because there's not that many stabilizer bushes on this model of bow, and all the ones I've got usually have stabilizers on anyway. So the first thing you need to do is decide exactly where you're going to fit it. You don't put it on any movable parts like the limbs. It needs to be on a solid section that doesn't flex. So you could put it on your sidebar if you wanted to, or somewhere around the sight. But what I like to do is pick a point below the grip where I can see just as I finish shooting. So let's put it there. So it is very simple to attach. Just get your Velcro straps and tighten them up. So many different ways of doing it. Just make sure that it's really tight when it's on so it doesn't move around. There we go. As you can see, it's on the reverse. So if I'm holding the bow up, and after my shot, I'll be able to see anything that happens on the device. And then it is just a case of clipping it on, and you're ready to go. You also have the option of attaching it to more unusual bows, like a crossbow. And again, as you can see on this one, I've actually used zip ties to attach the device to the bottom. I didn't want the Velcro straps running across anything, so I felt it was a lot easier just to do that. There's no stabilizer bushing, so I couldn't utilize the screws. But as you can see, this works really well, so it gives you another option of how to fit it to your bow. So now you've seen how to fit the Bowdometer to your bow. How do you use the device itself? Well, to start, if you keep your finger on the top button, that will power the device on. As you can see, the Bowdometer logo comes up. So then you've got menus. So in the first one is called session. If you press the action button at the bottom, it'll show you how many arrows you've shot in the current session, what your level number is, and what your sign number is for the current session. Click the top button to go back. The next one is total count. If you click on the bottom button, it'll show you how many arrows you've shot in total. The next one is bow setup. So when you click on this button, you take 3 shots with your bow, and once you've shot 3 arrows, click on the bottom button to say everything's okay. What this does, it calibrates the Bowdometer for your style of shooting. So it'll know how you usually shoot your bow, so it can continue to figure out if you're consistent or not. Let me go back again. The next one is app setup. So when you click on this one, it'll then be looking for a Bluetooth enabled mobile phone. So with Apple or Android, you can get the Bowdometer app, and then this will then connect your device to your phone. And then the last one is power off. So once you've downloaded the Bowdometer app, simply click on the icon and wait for it to load. On the main screen there, you can see pair your Bowdometer. So if you click on that and click pair your Bowdometer, click scan, and as long as your Bowdometer is turned on, your phone should find it. It connects via Bluetooth, so it's usually quite reliable. And there you go. Just click the button on it and then click back and then back again. So once you're on the main screen, you'll see all the stats for all the shots you've done recently over the past month or years even. You'll also see there's a leaderboard, so you can add your friends and see how many arrows you shoot in each week and have a bit of a competition. Then you can see the stats for all of your previous sessions. There's more detail about each session. If you want to know more about the individual numbers and what they actually mean, I suggest you go to the Bowdometer website, because they can really explain it in quite good detail. And then you can start a session and you're ready to start using your Bowdometer. I've been using my Bowdometer for a few weeks now, and I would highly recommend it. It is a really, really good tool to help you improve your technique and to gain higher scores. If you'd like to know more or have any questions, come and visit us at thearcheryshop.co.uk.